Talk about dull, Daniel.
You're gonna ride, Dano. Ride in style.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of New to Hero 2. I'm your presenter, ShabooRu. And in my last video, I talked about the G1 Walmart special release of Starscream and the unboxing of it. And basically, to summarize and recap, upon the news of the movie Bumblebee being released in theaters, Hasbro has decided to commemorate by reissuing the original Starscream, Hot Rod, Bumblebee, I think Cliff Jumper, and Brawn, and I definitely know the Devastator, all the Constructicons that form Devastator, in the original packaging. Now, Hasbro has done this from time to time. We have the 2002 Optimus Prime reissued with the new Hasbro logo and not the old Hasbro logo that was famous on G.I. Joe and Transformers in the 1980s. Me being a toy collector, this is wonderful, and if you saw my last video, you saw the enthusiasm I shared. Also, when I opened it, I noticed the Red Decoder wasn't included, that you put on the back of, if you guys recall, you put the little red decoder here and it tells you, a little bit of, I guess, the readings for each Transformer. Similar to Hasbro's G.I. Joe's file cards. It was a little fun little gimmick that were just unique to the Transformers. Now, when you saw that video, you saw the surprise on my face that that thing wasn't there. So I reached out to Hasbro, and they said that it's not included in these reissue, which I found kind of be a little odd. I mean, what is that, like 2 cents for that thing? For them not to include it is kind of weird. In any case, I got lucky. Oh, and here, of course, in all my videos, one of my pets has to make a guest appearances. And again, it's Nuri, the kitten, the bobtail kitten. So, I talked about how I live in an area that, is nowhere, Florida. Not like how I grew up near Philly or New York area. And, it's not like the Northeast or like LA where you get these things and you find them. No, we live in the middle of nowhere. So this is like the place of Florida that, used to be before the tourists came. So it's kind of like that. It's quiet. Things died like 9 p.m. There's nothing to do afterwards. It's a tropical oasis. And so anyway, I was able to find the other major character, and that is Hot Rod in this real issue. So we're going to do the own opening of Hot Rod and see if that decoder is in here and if Hasbro is just pulling my leg. So here we go with that. I'm going to put a six shot and Starscream and Grimlock on the side. I also have Power Glider here too. So, all right, so here we go with an opening. Now I'm going to send this to Hasbro just in case. So here we go, opening the package. Again, I said it before, it's like a time capsule of, when we were kids. And I mean, of course, back then we weren't very, we just ripped the box open like crazy people. All right, so the instructions are included. The sticker sheet is included. And Hot Rod and his guns are included. So I guess the Hasbro rep was right that the Red Decoder is not included on these reissues, which is a shame. It's a little, it was a little fun that you had when you opened the Transformers. You take it and then you see, oh my gosh, his intelligence is this and his strength is this. But I guess that's why they made him a little bit darker. I mean, really you could see that. But again, that's what the decoder was for. So I'm gonna keep this one pretty much like this because you recall from my last video, this is the 2006, I'm sorry, excuse me. This is the 2006 reissue of G1 Hot Rod. And again, I'll do what I did in my other video and feeling the plastic quality. And it's pretty spot on. I mean, well, let me reframe that. There is a little bit of a difference, and that could be that the shine, I know you can't see in front of the camera, but the shine on the 2006 versus the 2018 is a little bit, this one's a little bit more dull, or this one's a little bit more bright. And I'm sure others that collect as well can attest to that. So that's an interesting thing to note. So again, we've got two, and hopefully we'll get Bumblebee and the Constructicons. But my thoughts and feelings on this is, Hasbro, like, I wish you included that Red Decoder, but I'm not going to cry about that. I think this is a wonderful idea. Again, this is catered to the adult collectors, and that's what Hasbro's been putting their money towards, and that's kind of sad because kids nowadays need toys instead of iPhones and iPads. We're lucky and we have these toys, and they helped us play out good versus evil, so we become responsible adults. Kids nowadays, I don't see anything that captures the imagination like Transformers and G.I. Joe and He-Man. And that's sad. And you see that in our society with, I'm going to go on a limb with mass shootings and all this other stuff, that we use play to have that battle of good versus evil. And kids don't have that. And I think that's a shame. I will say that I think for marketing-wise, it's a wonderful thing that Hasbro is doing, re-releasing these. And I hope they do keep doing re-releasing a few figures because, let's face it, plastics, these things have a defined shelf life, and it may not deteriorate in 10, 15 years, but maybe like in 30 or 40 years more they will. So it's good that they paid homage to their history as well by doing so, and hopefully this triggers them to make toys for younger kids. But I think these are wonderful. I highly recommend getting them. It's a little bit of a scavenge hunt, like if you live in obscure parts of the United States, and even if you do live in those big market areas, it's tough because they might send Hot Rod to one store and Starscream to another store, Bumblebee, like it's not all like in a nice, neat package, which is cool because that's how we did it back in the day. We went on these hunts instead of just going on the computer and typing it in. So I kind of find that a little bit of fun, is just going out to the different Walmarts and seeing who's there. So that's a little bit of fun. So anyways, that's my take on the Walmart G1 release of Hot Rod. I hope this video was helpful to you. I will be putting up another video going over some G.I. Joe comics. And if you follow me, you know what that's all about. But we're going to hit up the special missions of Scarlet, as well as the G.I. Joe Origins. So that'll be an interesting comic review. Thank you for your time. Hit like and subscribe. Later.